Okay, here we are. And that would be Luther and Helen Steele, which are my grandparents. And we would have Donna. And we would have Stevie. Over here we also have got a shadow on my screen again, so there we go. This is Billy. This would be Helen and Luther, or they didn't call him. We didn't call him Luther anyway. We called him Poppy. And Poppy and Grandma only had two sons. Billy, who is buried right here, and my father, who is buried in Lagodi. Dorothy is Billy's wife. We've kind of lost track of Dorothy and her two children, Debbie and Bill, I believe. They live out, last time we had track of them, they lived out in Arizona, out in Flagstaff. But we really haven't heard from them in a while, and have not had any contact at all. I really don't have any current information at all on them. But that is family that we have buried out here at Oak Grove. As far as Dorothy goes, like I said, we don't have any contact with them. We don't know anything about them. Whether I mentioned earlier, this is March 15th, 2015. Whether Dorothy is still living or not, I don't know. I hope so, but it is possible that Dorothy might have passed away and she is buried somewhere else. I don't know, but this is her grave here. As far as Oak Grove goes, the cemetery here, this is a very old cemetery. Off to my right is a new section, and of course directly in front of me is all a newer section. Up over the hill, we see there's a hill here. Once you get on top of the hill, you can look down the other side, and the cemetery is quite large on the other side of the hill. Stretches for quite a ways. I have no idea when the cemetery was started, but for a long time this was the major cemetery for Washington. At least on the Protestant side. I imagine there may be some Catholic graves out here. I don't know, but this was a major cemetery for a long time for the city of Washington. They still do have people buried out here. Problem is the ownership is up in question. The people who were running it claim that they've ran out of money and one thing or another, and the upkeep out here is really non-existent. It looks good now because I'm just panning around here so you can get an idea. Off to my right, where that truck is going, the railroad tracks are right there. Up on top of that hill is a stop sign, and if you turn right, you go to Maysville Road, and if you turn left, you go past the Purdue turkey plant and back into town past on the other side of the railroad tracks, past the old B&O shops. And directly behind me, up over the hill and 2 or 3 miles away is the river and the old bed. And you've always heard stories about Tom's Hill and whatever, and Tom's Hill and the old bed out at the river, they're all out that way, about 2 to 3 miles. Blue Hole is also out there, just not too far away from here. If you know the story of Blue Hole and the train and the flood of 1913. But anyway, the people who own the cemetery have supposedly ran out of money and they can't take care of it. Last summer it was a really, really big issue in town, and the place got growing up and weeds and whatever else. A group of volunteers came out here and cleaned up and mowed and weed-eated and picked up trash and did whatever to get it back in shape. So, I mean, it looks also, the county sent out prisoners on the work release program to come out here and work some also. So, there's been some work done out here this last year. It looks good now because it's just now spring and things really haven't started growing real good yet, but haven't come up with a solution for out here, but I'm hoping somebody will figure out something soon. I'm going to try to make an effort to get out here this year and make sure that family graves are taken care of as much as I can. And I'm sure you noticed, I noticed out here while I've been out here, over on the other section, over where Jewel and Lydia and the family are buried, some of those stones are looking pretty bad as far as just needing to be cleaned. They got all kinds of debris on the stones themselves and are hard to read, so I think I'm going to try to get out here and clean them off a little bit. Anyway, if you got any questions, if you like the video, you got any suggestions, you hate it, whatever, let me know. This is just an idea I had. So I'm going to stop for now. If this does work out and people like it, I mean, I can go to different places. One thought that came to mind was up at Inman Cemetery up in Martin County, where Thomas Blair is buried. We can go up there and take some video up there also. So goodbye for now, and see you later. Take care.